Hey, this is the next video in the financial sector series. So this one's going to be on tribute. And I'm reading from my website, wheresciencemeetsreligion.blogspot.com. And there's a bunch of links running down the side, and I'm in the financial section. And we're probably going to have to look something up. So I might just read from here, but if you want to hear more about it, brief overview right now on tribute, though, is Numbers 31:28. Levy a tribute unto the Lord of the men of war, which went out to battle. 1 soul of 500, both of the persons and of the beeves and of the asses and of the sheep. Nehemiah 5:10 says exact corn and money. 1 Kings 9:15 talks about the reason of the levy. And this is the reason of the levy which King Solomon raised, for to build the house of the Lord and his own house and Milo and the wall of Jerusalem and Hazor and Megiddo and Gizi. For Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had gone up and taken Gezer and burnt it with fire and slain the Canaanites that dwelt in the city and given it up for a present to his daughter, Solomon's wife. 12:24 of Proverbs says, the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. Two Kings 23:33, Pharaoh Necho put him in bands at Riblah in the land of Hamath, and he might so that he might not reign in Jerusalem, and he put the land to a tribute of 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. The Lord's tribute, the actual phrase Lord's tribute, is in there 4 times, and it's 4 consecutive verses. Numbers 31, starting at 37. And the Lord's tribute of the sheep was 615, and the beeves were 30, and 6,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 312, and the asses were 30,500, of which the Lord's tribute was 301, and the persons were 16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 32 persons. Deuteronomy 16:10 says, Thou shalt keep the feast of weeks unto the Lord thy God with a tribute of a freewill offering of the hand, which thou shalt give unto the Lord thy God. Need that for study. How about 1 Kings 9:21, their children that were left after them in the land, whom the children of Israel also were not able to utterly destroy, upon those did Solomon levy a tribute of bond service unto this day. 1 Kings 9:21. Pharaoh Necho put the land to a tribute of 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. It's in there again, 2 Kings. 2 Chronicles is a similar story, it sounds like, as 2 Chronicles 8:8, the children, but of their children who were left up to them in the land, whom the children of Israel consumed not, them did Solomon make to pay tribute unto this day. 2 Chronicles 17:11, some of the Philistines brought Jehoshaphat presents and tribute silver, And the Arabians brought him flocks, even 7,700 rams and 7,700 he-goats. Ezra 6:8. Moreover, I make a decree what ye shall do to the elders of these Jews for the building of this house of God, that one of the king's goods, even of the tribute beyond the river, forthwith expenses be given unto these men, that they be not hindered. Esther 10:1, King Azar, I think it's Xerxes in some translation, and Ahasuerus, King Ahasuerus, laid a tribute upon the land and upon the islands of the sea, Matthew 17:24 and 25. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, does not your master pay tribute? And he said, yes. Matthew 22 is talking about the same thing. Tell us what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute to Caesar or not? Matthew 22:19 says, show me the tribute money, and they brought him a penny. Mark 2:14. When they were come, they said unto him, Master, we know that thou art true, and carest for no man, for thou regardest not the person of men, but teachest the way of God in truth. Is it lawful to give tribute to Caesar or not? It says the same thing, Luke 20:24. And I think we find out it was said, give to Caesar what's Caesar's. And then as Romans 13:6, it says, for this cause you pay tribute also, for they are God's ministers, attending continually upon something. We could read more about that, Romans 13. But it says, render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Here's a message from the Book of Mormon. 3 Nephi 24, starting at line 9. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even the whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And I will rebuke the devourer. The devourer, that's going to be our Passover study, the devourer, the destroyer. 11, I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts. And all nations shall call you blessed, for ye shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts. Your words have been stout against me, saith Lord. Yet ye say, what have we spoken against thee? Ye have said, it is vain to serve God, and what does it profit that we have kept his ordinances, that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yeah, they that work wickedness are set up. Yeah, they that tempt God are even delivered. Then they that feared the Lord spake often to one another, and the Lord hearkened and heard, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord, and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not.